Hey guys, it's Tuesday, 3:42 p.m. on September 11th, 2018, and I have some good news for you. Some plottable data that we can actually start tracking to see if what we're being told is measuring up to the instruments that actually do the measurements that substantiate the reports that we're getting in the news. And this is particularly to do with Hurricane Florence, which is supposedly barreling through the Atlantic Ocean. And thanks to our tax dollars, we have this organization called the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administrator's Office that has provided this bulletin as of 2 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time, which was just about an hour and a half ago. So here's the scoop, you guys. It has given us this plot of information about where the hurricane is, 27.1 north and 66.2 west. I have plotted that on Google Earth, which takes us to right about here. And then we have to go over to the National Data Buoy Center, where we see, if we click on Atlantic Hurricane Florence, we see that there are two buoys now in this list, where there was only one before. We have buoy number 41049, which is the one I plotted last night, which is here, 41049, and then we have this other one, 41046. All right. Let's take a peek here, because now we can really do some measuring. Let's continue to read the bulletin here and see what kind of information it gives us. It tells us that the hurricane force winds have expanded outward and now extend up to 60 miles. Last night it was only 40 miles. Now it's 60 miles from the center. And tropical storm force winds have also expanded and now extend outward up to 170 miles from the center. Okay, good. Now we have a buoy somewhere close. It looks like it's close. So let's take a measurement of our Google Earth Pro linear line thing here, and let's measure this. We've got this buoy here, and the distance to the hurricane is just under 100 miles. Guess what, you guys? This buoy should be showing, at the very least, tropical force storms, if not hurricane strength force winds that extend up to the 60 miles, right? Because the storm is going 130 miles an hour up to 60 miles outside of the eye of the hurricane, which means 40 miles outside of that is where we've got our buoy right now. So our buoy should be registering speeds, you guys, that take it all the way to its end for 170 miles. That means, you guys, that this buoy should be rocked by hurricane force winds, and at the very least, tropical storm force winds, which are defined as just being under 74 miles an hour. Now let's take a look again to see what knots, 2 miles per hour, translate to, so we can get an idea. We would expect to see miles per hour to be at least 73, okay? That would be 63 knots. And what can we do? We can go right here to the buoy data and take a peek. Oh my gosh. Wind speeds are only at 25.3 knots. You guys, that is not even half. That's not even half of tropical storm force winds. Not even half. This is a normal day in the Atlantic Ocean according to our tax-funded National Data Buoy Center buoys that are floating in the water and providing this live stream of data for us. So here, guys, let me explain again what I'm telling you. I'm telling you here that over the last, not 24 hours, but maybe 16 hours, we have had this hurricane go. Let me just restart this. We've had this hurricane go roughly, I don't know, what is it? It's gone about 356 miles in 16 hours. That seems like a lot, but okay, we'll just assume that that's accurate. So it's gone about 352 miles in the last 16 hours, and it is now within 100 miles of this buoy, and from the eye of the hurricane, it should extend out 170 miles. You guys, we should be seeing some significant winds at buoy number 41049, and we're not seeing that at all. We're not seeing that at all, and in fact, what we're actually seeing is nothing on radar, absolutely nothing, because it is a sunny day in Bermuda. And if we look at the weather reports from the personal weather stations around this area, we are seeing that the wind speeds are pretty low. The wind speeds are 7 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour. There's a problem here, you guys. There's a big problem here. For some reason, we are getting these reports of hurricanes that just do not register on the buoys. And anybody who wants to say, yeah, but maybe they're up too high. No, 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 no. You guys, the reason we have the buoys in the water is because it is by these buoys that we actually substantiate that there is a hurricane there. Now, I'm not saying that nothing bad is going to happen, and I'm not saying to, ignore the advisories, but you guys, there is a reason why in reality, okay, it does say here, watches and warnings. There are none. There are no watches and warnings according to the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administrator's Office. But everything is closed down in the Carolinas for some reason. And they can't register the data. We just don't have these wind speeds to substantiate that there's actually a hurricane here, you guys. So, I don't know. I just, this is what we see time and time again, that when we actually get these alleged hurricanes close to these buoys, they're not detected. So, I'll keep you posted, and this is just the most recent update I have for you guys. Take care.